on my page. Oh, okay. Let me go live. All right. I'm just going to share it, AJ, in the groups that in the groups that we control, and then you could do everything. I think I'm in. You know what? You share it because I'm not sure of all the ones that I'm administrator. I'm live. All right. All right. Just trying to. Can you share it? Are you able to share it? Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to start. I'm getting ready to start the intro.
$22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. Any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. When we open our eyes today and look around America, we see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. We haven't benefited from America's democracy. We've only suffered from America's hypocrisy. And the generation that's coming up now can see it and are not afraid to say it. 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 And are not afraid to say it.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We're bringing everybody in. Good morning, Miss Connor. How are you?
Can she hear us?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, AJ. How are you?
All right. There you go. I was gonna say, Damon, where my name at? Under my
Yeah,
face.
I got your name, brother. I got your name. For everybody that's watching.
I just want to announce real quick. I know just cutting because people keep getting this twisted on Facebook. So real quick, tomorrow at 11, Monday at 11, we're doing an exclusive interview with the young lady from the Bronxville, the store in Bronxville. I posted a little teaser up and everybody's asking a lot of questions. Watch 11 a.m. Monday. All your questions will be answered. You can ask her questions. And that's all I got to say about that. Stop hitting me on Facebook. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did I all right. Did I say 11?
No, we on VOX at 11.
Oh, you know what, dude? Thank you, man.
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it live and live.
Yeah. Do it on VIA. Yeah. Do it
and
on
then
VIA.
do the live video. No, we're gonna do the live video. I'm gonna hold the phone to the thing. We're gonna do the live video on VOX. I'm gonna play the audio through my phone on VOX. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna air it on VOX as well.
Okay.
I can't hear nothing.
Oh, you can't hear me? You can't hear us?
All I can hear is you.
You can't hear AJ?
My mic sounds nice. Check. Sounds nice. Check 2. You just muted my mic. My mic sounds nice. Check 1. My mic sounds nice. Check 2. Can you hear me? I see you rocking.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody that's watching, we have Tonia Connor here, and before we get with, she's doing something that is always is needed in Black communities.
Where did Damon go?
Well, you can't hear me now?
You can't hear Damon now?
I can't hear Damon at all.
Wow. I hear Damon well. I hear you well.
Talking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't hear none of that. I only can hear you and see you. That's it.
You can't see
Damon?
No.
All right. This is what we're gonna do.
Technical difficulties, people. We are working in the technical difficulties. This technology is I was watching my church service in Greater Centennial. Their stream cut off like 3 times. They had to keep restarting.
There goes Damon. All right.
All right, we got it.
Can you hear Damon now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear and see him. Yes.
All right.
Can you hear and see me?
Yes.
There we go.
All right. That's it. All right.
We going now.
All right, we rocking and rolling, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody that's in the room. Unfortunately, I'm on Facebook probation, so I can't do a lot of things with this program that I should be able to do. So, but I see everybody in the room, and thank you for coming. This morning, we're going to talk about Ms. Connor is doing something courageous and great, where more Black people should do in their community when their community is disrespected by businesses that are outside of the community. Black people, we spend $2.1 trillion. That's our spending power each year, and we should be respected by businesses when we are spending our money, no matter what social status a person holds. We should be respected. I'm going to. She's here to talk about. A lot of people, and people outside of the state sent me the video of what happened in the Yonkers supermarket. So it definitely went viral. And I want to show the video, and then after the video, we're going to talk to Tonia and what she's doing and mobilizing the Yonkers community. So here we go. And this video, we have to give credit to Rue Ross of Yonkers Voice. He always on the scene. He's always mean to find be somewhere. So big shout out. And here we go. Let's get this going.
Got it in slow motion.
Look what they doing! Look what they're doing to my brother! Now you got 5 seconds. Pull out! 4, 3, 2, Hey, no, hold on.
Wow.
Guy here jumping. Guy here jumping. Tíralo al piso, vamos al piso, agárralo al piso, tíralo al piso. Tíralo al piso. Ahí, al piso, Agárralo, que no se pare ahí, agárralo al piso, que no se pare ya. Están en el piso, no Now, the guy from the supermarket over there is picking up a weapon. He's picking up a weapon to hit the guy on the ground. Watch at his face. Watch him. Watch him. They're taking him away. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. He can't.
All right, Damon. Damon, speak because I can't hear you. Damon. Can't hear anything. I hear me coming through, but I can't hear you. All right, so again, we dealing
Can
with
y'all
some
hear me?
technical. Yeah, we hear you now, bro. We dealing with a couple of technical difficulties. Like I said earlier, I was watching my church service, and even them, their service kept cutting on and off all day. I mean, the whole time they had like 3 different videos. So, but yeah, I hear you now.
Yo, I can't hear Nothing.
Watching my church service, and even now, somebody's phone is on. Their service kept cutting on and off all day. I mean, the whole time they had like 3 different videos. So who has their phone on? But I hear you now.
Yo, I can't hear nothing. Tanya can't.
Somebody's phone is on. Yeah, somebody's phone's on.
I mean, I'm on my phone. So.
You're right. I'm hearing background. Okay, thank you, whoever did that.
But I can't listen. I can't hear anything.
No,
I can't even hear myself.
Yeah, we can.
But it's live.
We actually
people
hear you
can
now.
hear on Facebook.
Right, and we can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah.
We
you can hear me. Y'all can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all guys.
All right. Well, let me try to start this off until we figure that out. So
yo, AJ, man, just go ahead, bro.
I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
Till I figure something out. Till I figure something out.
All right.
So to give a little reference, this happened in the store in Yonkers. Lou Ross from the Yonkers Voice was live. He was at the store actually shopping or something when one of the gentlemen, I guess, was accused of stealing, and the workers in the store swarmed on him and beat him down like he was Rodney King or something.
Right.
And then you saw his brother saying, "Get off my brother," and then when he tried to get them off, they ended up jumping him as well to the point he was screaming, "I can't breathe." And then from Yonkers Voice, actually, Rue Ross, I'm sorry, I know him as Ben. Rue Ross from Yonkers Voice actually, the store owner banned him from the store and called him a nigger and told him to get out the store. So the video went live. Everybody saw it. You saw it. What was your thoughts? And then we'll go to what you planned on doing about it while we're having this interview. Okay, we lost her now. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I want everybody to bear with us. I thank you for your patience while we figure this out. We in this new, as we navigate these uncharted waters right now, it's like crazy. Wi-Fi, everybody's using their Wi-Fi, probably especially this morning with church services. Everybody's watching church services. Okay, can you hear me now, Tonia?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. So we'll go forward. So I was just starting. I was painting the picture. You saw the video. What were your reactions when you saw the video?
Well, I was at work at the time when it happened, and a lot of people inboxed me, tagged me on Facebook, and when I got a moment, right, and I watched the video, like my first thought was like, God, please don't let them be dead, because like that's just what happens to us, right, when beatings of that nature happen, right? So I kind of like fast forward to make sure that the brothers was okay, and then I went back to watch it, and when I watched it, it wasn't unbelievable to me. You know what I mean? Because like normalized brutality against Black people in retail stores in Getty Square, like that's extremely commonplace. Like because it has happened before. You know what I mean? Once in that store and once in Scriptex that I know of. You know what I mean? That I know of. But when I watched it, it was just like so many different things wrong. You know what I mean? So many different things wrong. The workers, like the beating, like the jumping him, right? The choking him, the kicking him, the chokehold that was applied on this young man. Like it was just too much for me. You know what I mean? And this kind of stuff has to stop because we spend our money in these stores, right? And we're not respected.
Right.
We're not respected at all. So I immediately called some people and was trying to mobilize a boycott immediately, because I do know because of the pandemic we can't protest outside the store, because believe me, right? I promise you, the very next day, me and my comrades, we would have been outside that store. We'd have been outside that store. Definitely.
I had that thought as well. I wanted to go do some video. I wanted to just shoot from outside the store. I wanted to go there, but with the social distancing,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to leave the house. So I was just watching it unfold and seeing who was going to do, if anybody was going to speak up. I shared it and everything. And I was pleased to see that there was someone like yourself who was putting together some sort of protest, because one thing I just want to say, Black Westchester, we always talk about, we have to make people respect us. they take our dollars and they take them out of the community. One, we need to
Yes.
support more black businesses, period, and recycle our
Right.
dollars. But we keep
Yes.
giving our money to these people who disrespect us, who have stores in our community, have no respect for us, take the money outside of our community, don't do anything for our community, don't do
Exactly.
anything to invest in our community, and we continue to support them as a people, and that's our fault. So the fact that I heard about you trying to do a boycott or a protest, I had to give you a forum to speak on it.
Well, thank you. I thank you so much for this. Because like what I've been trying to do is I put the flyer on Facebook, and you know, I can't physically be there. I can't physically be there, but I have plenty of friends who live in Yonkers. First and foremost, I'm born and bred. Like I'm from Yonkers. Yonkers
Right,
is my village, and
right,
it's important for me to speak out because this is where I live. You know what I mean? This is where I was born and raised at.
right,
And it's just been, I want to shout out to everybody on my Facebook page that has been sharing it and resharing reposting the video and things of that nature, and telling a friend and telling your sister and telling everyone, please don't shop there, because we have to let them know that you can't treat us like this and take our money and
right,
and support your business. What bothers me a lot about that video too is toward the end, right? Because the leadership in that store is like out to snacks, because the I had wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Like Alex Guzman is the store owner, and towards the end of the video, he approached the young man and he said to him, "Get the F out of my store before I knock you out myself." That's what the store owner said to
right,
him.
right,
Right. Then he told Yonkers PD to F him up, do what you
right,
gotta do.
right,
Right. Like, we
right,
got enough problems with police, right? We
right,
don't need you to incite them to do something, you know what I mean, that has, like brutalized us.
right.
Also the um also at the end of the video, like Rue Ross, shout out to him for being in the building. But
Mm-hmm.
you can see a little bit of it where one of the workers was the young man was already in handcuffs, and as he was going out the store, he attempted to kick him. Like, so Yonkers PD, what's up? You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
he's
And
already
and
in handcuffs.
and the two gentlemen in question, after getting beat up and violated, got
Were
arrested.
arrested. They
And
were
nobody
arrested
and nothing happened to any of the people in the store who
in the store.
whipped his ass, basically.
Yeah, they whipped his ass. I promise
Yeah,
you, they did,
yeah,
and nothing happened to them. And everybody's talking about, oh, they should have loss prevention, or they were stealing. But here's the thing, right? If they are stealing, on the Yonkers Police Department retail theft reporting guide, right? I
mhm,
did some research, and it says for
beautiful.
those businesses that cannot afford to or choose to not to employ asset protection staff, call for an officer who will take the steps required for your situation. Nowhere does it say, right, to take the law into your own hands. So
Right,
clearly, like, they violated that piece, right?
right.
So I don't know. I just feel like this has happened one too many times, right? In Yonkers, in Getty Square. Getty Square is like the hub for us, for black folks to go and spend their money, for those
Like
of
the
us who
ad
are
used to be for
skeptical.
Mount Vernon, and yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what it is.
right.
And I want to tell you, in January, the owner of ScriptX, right?
Mhm.
A young black girl, a young black
Now,
lady.
what is scripted? What's that? What is that?
ScriptX is a hair supply store, and it's also a pharmacy.
Okay.
And the young lady went in there, and the owner followed her around, suspected her of stealing. Um, she asked him several times, "Why are you following me? Why are you following me?" And I want to say, on the way out, she decided to leave, and on her way out the door, she pulled down, I think it was like the hats or whatever, because she was upset. She was
Hmm,
upset.
hmm,
And
hmm.
what he in turn did was kick her in the back and called her a dirty nigga, right? So me and my comrades, we got together. We stood outside. It was snowing. Like, we were protesting, and we were passing out flyers and letting them know, right, not to shop there. Needless to say, I told them, if we do not stick together and boycott these places and not spend our money there, it will happen again. That was in January. Here we are,
Right.
April. Here
You
we are,
know,
April.
two things I wanted to say. One, and I have to look this up. I do not believe you can be accused of stealing until you try to walk out of the
Yeah,
store.
that's what I've been trying to find.
Because unless the law has changed, like say I have a hoodie and I got that little pouch in the front and I got my hands full, I could actually put my grease or whatever in there just till I get to the counter because my hands are full and I don't have,
Right,
and I can always say that was my intention until I decide to walk out the door.
right.
Until I walk out the door, or make a move for the door, you cannot say that my intention was to steal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that was my intention.
Damon,
Until I decide to walk out the door.
Damon, we
Until
got
I walk out the door, I or make a move for
Okay, thank you. So
You're right, AJ.
right.
That's the law.
So the second thing is, as a writer and as somebody in the music business, I've always had side hustles. One of my side hustles
No,
was a security guard.
look,
Wait, I just want to say,
you're absolutely right.
security guards are not even allowed to put your hands on people like that. You understand what I'm saying? We would get in trouble as a security guard for doing something like that. So
Right.
if a security guard who you hire for security can't do that, you as a owner of the store damn sure can't do that.
Right. Your workers can't. And his
Right.
work is, I'm talking about, there was a butcher, like, like he had on the white apron, so he jumped over the counter and he came, the butcher for real. And then even one time, one thing in the video also was during the melee is what I call it. One of the workers went to grab a stick. Now
Right.
thank goodness somebody stopped him. Thank goodness Will Ross was there with the camera. You know what I mean? Because who's to say what he would have did with that stick? So many different things wrong with that. So
And and
many.
and had Rue Royce not been there, and had
It
he
would have.
not been recording, we may be talking about unarmed
Rest in
black
peace.
men killed in a store,
Mm-hmm.
and them kids
Mm-hmm.
might be on a T-shirt right now and a hashtag
Exactly.
because of situations like this and how they escalate and the level of disrespect. And then
Mm-hmm.
they would have demonized and criminalized the victims. They were criminals and they were stealing, and and that's what it would have went down.
Exactly. Um, um, Shop Fair is the name of the store.
Okay.
On Main Street in Yonkers.
What's the address? Do you know the address exactly? The
The
address.
address. I have the address. The address is. Wow, I thought I had it. I think it's 13 Main Street.
But
I'm not
but it's on
sure.
Main Street. It's on Main
Yes,
Street
on
in
Main
Yonkers.
Street in Yonkers. Yes. So they tried to do some damage control, right? What they did was they asked I think it was Rue Ross again. He came down to the store, and what they were saying is because I was on the live. Let me say that. I was on the live and I asked the question, what happened to the workers that beat up these two young men? And what they said was he was suspended, right? And my next question was, why wasn't he fired instead of suspended? And one of the things he said was, oh, we have training every 6 months, and maybe not, they weren't, maybe they didn't take that training, so moving forward we're going to have training every 3 months. Unacceptable to me. That's unacceptable. There were 5 to 7 people involved in this fight, and they all should be fired. And moving forward, you should train your workers the correct
Right.
way, not
Right.
retrain them. No, because they committed an assault. I don't
Right.
care. They committed an assault, and they
Right.
should be fired. Tell like, if you're really for the community, like, training is not the answer at this point.
Right.
Training is not the answer. Moving forward, it is, but
Right.
right now, it's not the answer. That's
Well,
definitely not the answer.
two things I want to say going forward a little bit. We get calls about stuff like this all the time, whether it's in the
Mm-hmm.
county of Westchester, whether it's across the state, whether it's across the country.
Mm-hmm.
One of my pet peeves is you get calls from someone else's town, and they want us to come in and fight their battle for them, and they're not willing to fight and step up. That was the main reason I wanted to put you on camera. One, to
Right.
salute you for having
Right.
for doing what you're supposed to do in your community, and then
Right.
we come in and we help and support supports you. Because there's been too many
Exactly.
times Damon and I have been called in to do things, and then when all the backlash comes, when we look around, we just standing by ourselves, like the person whose
Right.
issue it is, and the people in that city are not outraged enough to do anything to step up and join us in fighting for you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. I get it.
secondly,
I
I
get
want to
that.
say, yeah. Secondly, I want to say, yo, we have to make them respect our dollar. We have to make them. If they're not going to respect us, they should not. We should stop shopping there and anywhere else that what I'm saying, in our community that don't
Yeah, I
respect
get
us,
it.
that don't give back to our community, that we're the only community that allows just anybody to come in and
Right.
set up shop and do whatever they want to do. Try opening up a shop in Chinatown or Little Italy. See how long
Not
that lasts.
happening. It's
Yeah,
not.
you understand what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
won't tolerate it.
Right.
And
Exactly.
so now they'll talk about the flyer we had up. What's that? Is it something you're planning? Is it a protest? Is it a boycott? What is that?
Well, because of the pandemic, right? We can't
Mhm.
stand outside. I don't know how effective 6 feet apart standing in front of the store would be. I don't know. If you think different, somebody hit me up and let me know. But I don't think that's going to be like really effective. What I believe is effective is if we don't shop there, right? Like
Mhm.
there are plenty of the supermarkets in Yonkers. Like we
Mhm.
don't have to shop there.
Right, right,
Are
right,
y'all
right.
still there?
Yes, we are. We are.
Well, anyway,
He put.
so
Can you hear? You can't hear me?
that's what I say that we do. That we don't shop at Shop Fair on Main Street in Yonkers, New York. That we shop somewhere else. Shop right. There's there's plenty other supermarkets that you can shop at.
You can't hear me?
Y'all
You
there?
can. Yeah, you can't hear me.
Well, I see. But
Um,
anyway,
you
there's
can't hear.
the flyer. If you see it on my page, if you please repost it. If you need the flyer, please inbox me, Tonia Connor, on Facebook, Tonia Tonia Connor Conner. Inbox me and I will inbox you the flyer. Please repost it. Please talk to your family and your friends and your neighbors and let them know. Please do not shop at Shop Fair.
Okay, working on
I don't
working on
know.
this. Trying to
Look
get
it
Damon.
up.
I'm trying to get Damon to come back to the screen so he can take the flyer off so you can hear me. Because obviously you can't hear me. I want to know,
Oh my
can everybody
goodness.
everybody who's tuned in, can you hear
AJ,
me? Yes, we're trying to work
Damon,
on.
where
We're
y'all
trying
at?
to work on. We're trying to work on it right now. I hear you. Stay there. Um, I just want to just stay there. Let me while I'm talking. Um, I can't hear. Um, Damon, take off the flyer. So, I just want to say, Wilfred Dennis in Mount Vernon, he said, I refuse to shop anywhere where there are rude workers. I will take my hard-earned money somewhere else. And that's what we need to do. He also said there are plenty other spots in Yonkers to shop. And she's giving you a list of some of them. And this is what we need to do. We need to, Tanya, can you hear me now? Tanya, can you hear me now? Tanya, you still can't hear me. Damon, I need you to go on or whatever.
I don't know where they are.
I'm right here. You can't see either? Damon, take me off screen and put me back on, please. Or take. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me or see me? Can
I
you
should have got
see
my
me?
phone.
Can you see me?
Can
Can you see
can
me?
anybody hear me?
All right,
I
turn
can
your
hear you
volume
and I
off.
see you twice.
Okay. Damon, take me off screen and put me back on, please. Or take.
Can you hear me, Tanya?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me or see me?
I can hear you, AJ, but
Yeah.
I can't see you. I see Damon twice.
Can anybody?
I can
You see
uh,
me twice?
yes. And both
Really?
screens. Yes, twice.
Oh, this
I
is
don't see
crazy.
AJ at all. Ugh, they left me again.
No. Can you hear me or see me now? You can't hear me either? I have no idea why this is bugging out. We are here, Tonia. Don't go nowhere.
Okay, I see you, Damon.
Well,
Where's AJ?
I think everybody can hear us on Facebook.
Can they?
Can you hear me? You seeing me twice again?
No, I see you once now. I see you once. I don't see AJ anymore. I don't know what happened.
I'm just is we having technical difficulties. I think everybody can hear us on Facebook. Yeah, I got Facebook. I got Facebook on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So this is I just want to say I know we're going through a lot of technical difficulties, probably Facebook, and probably because I'm on Facebook probation,
Yep.
and I done slipped through the back door with this live video. So
Right.
so we're gonna have technical difficulties.
Right.
But I want to thank you, Tonia, for doing what you're doing. I want to commend you in whatever we could do from Black Westchester, Blacks in law enforcement, because what I was listening to, what they did was illegal. They cannot touch you until you get out of the store. Because while you're in the store, I mean, he's not stealing. You didn't even give him a chance to pay for the product. So I think it's real. I think they violated him, and we spoke earlier, and like I said, I hope this young man, both young men, get a lawyer and sue the shit out of them, sue the shit out the whole business, and we need to shut this business down. This business should not be doing business in our community, and we should not be spending money with them. If people can hear what I'm saying, do not spend money with Shop Fair Supermarket. Do not spend money. 13 Main Street, Yonkers. Call all your friends in Yonkers. Call your grandmas, your aunties. Call everybody. The Masons. There's a lodge out there. Y'all better tell people don't shop there. Right? The pastors. Every pastor need to tell people not to shop there. Rue Ross hit me up. He wanted to come on. I sent him the link, but I have yet to see him pop up, so I could bring him in.
Also in February, a young lady, I believe her name is Marissa, and Rue Ross, he interviewed her. She was in the store in February. She went to go return a gallon of milk because it was spoiled or what have you. And when she went in the store, see, this is the culture of this store. She went in the store to return it. And she asked to speak to the manager, and I think his name is Eddie or something like that. And she said when she spoke to him, the first thing he said is, "Get the F out of here. You didn't buy that in this store. Go somewhere else and buy it." And she was like, "I have the proof." Because, kids, they have the receipts sent to their phones. I have it too. And she was trying to show him that she did buy it here. And he became irate. So she said she went in the back to the freezer to get another gallon of milk to exchange. She said she was on her way back. She looked, she saw something she thought she was going to get. She said she had it like, how you take something and you have your phone in this hand and you put it underneath this one. He said they thought she was stealing. They grabbed her by her coat and dragged her out of the store. So them beating up the two young men was not an isolated incident. It wasn't. Not that it really matters, but this speaks that to this is the culture of the store. This is what they do in the store. They dragged the black girl out of the store. I mean, to the front of the store. She said that the coat ripped. There was feathers everywhere. One of the cashiers came around the cash register, grabbed her phone, slammed her phone on the ground. Listen, this is what Shop Fair does. This is what they do. I don't know. We need to shut it down.
Can you guys see me or hear me?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, let me share two things. As Tanya just said, this is not the
Yes,
first
we can see you and hear
time
you.
this happened. Actually, the person that
Yes.
you see with the stick tried to hit me physically about 3 or 4 weeks ago. The only reason he didn't jump on me was because the manager that you actually saw on that video got between him and I and stopped him from hitting me outside the store. I had nothing, I wasn't stealing, I just had an exchange of words with the manager. He was ready to jump. We just interviewed somebody 2 days ago, a lady by name of Marisa. That's exactly the same thing happened to her. They assumed that she was stealing,
Mhm.
so they ripped her clothes off, smashed her phone, called the police department. Then they found out that she had nothing on her.
Mhm.
She could not file charges because the police said that if the store didn't file charges, she couldn't file charges, which puzzled me. I couldn't understand why. The other
I don't
point
get
is,
that.
the other point was the guys in the store. I don't know what the intent was, and I cannot debate based on intent. I can debate based on facts. They were inside the store, in the eyes. They hadn't stolen anything yet. They did not make an attempt to leave the store with unpaid goods when they were jumped. To me, it was a gang. Okay, I
Yeah.
could I could see the butcher jumping from the counter, hitting the guy. I could see the guy with the stick. Actually, some people say, "Well, the guy with the stick didn't hit anyone." Well, he didn't hit anyone because he could aim well. He swung the stick. The thing
Mm.
was, I didn't capture on the image because when he swung, I don't know if you guys noticed, I was kneeling, telling the guy to release his neck. When I saw the swing come by the time I changed the angle of the camera, a guy from the supermarket was already moving him away. So the intent was there. Okay.
Right.
Now, let me take this opportunity to say why did I went back and interview, because I needed to give the supermarket an opportunity to speak. In my country, they say that the fish dies by its mouth. On that interview, they accepted that they don't train the people there with the racial sensitivity. They accepted that they use excessive force. They accepted that the employees did wrong. They accepted a whole bunch of things. Now it's up to them to pick up that video and do whatever they want to do with that. So they have everything on their hands. The act of the violent act, and now the responsibility, the supermarket assuming the responsibility of what they have done.
Well, I don't know. One of the things that was stated in that video, when you went back, was they were asked were they going to drop the charges, and they said yes. And I don't believe them, right? Like, I don't believe anything that they said in their video, only because this is the culture of their store. I believe what they said in that video was totally only for damage control. That's just what I believe. That's just what I believe. Like, you can't suspend somebody who assaulted somebody. Like, that doesn't sit right with me at all. At
Tonia,
all.
I Tonya, I agree 100% with you. That was damaging control. They were saying
Yes.
things. They were saying things that they know they want the community to hear.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's what they were saying. And
but
we don't know if they dropped the charges,
we do
right? So
not
you
know.
can say whatever you want to say, but it's that what are you going to do? What I know that they do is they allow their workers to brutalize black bodies. That's what I know. That's a fact for me. Like,
That
the girl and the boys, and the young men. Those are
and,
facts.
and
What
let's
they're
not
saying, not
and
facts.
Tanya, let's not forget the telling me get that F nigger out of the store.
Exactly.
Okay,
And banned you and then accepted the interview. So, like, listen, those cats are something else. I promise you they are. But they need to go. They need to leave our community because I don't believe they're going to do right by us. I
but
just don't.
yeah,
I just don't.
but Tanya, at the end of the day, as AJ was saying, as Damien was saying, we the people are the ones that are going to decide. Okay, you
Exactly.
yeah, you and I were at the outside of the store, the beauty parlor thing, and we were there. I was documenting. You were actively working, but we still could see black people going inside and shop like nothing happened. Okay, so
Okay, so like wait, right. So, like I tell everybody, right? It is my responsibility to give them the facts and the knowledge, right? That's my responsibility. That's it. I'm responsible for the information. That's what I am, right? There are a lot of black people that don't believe that boycotting and protesting will get any results. That's what they believe. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's normal. It's normalized. Brutality is on black bodies is normalized. Like it happens all the time. The police, the retailers, like listen, it happens all the time, and they don't believe that things will change. Look
and
at Ferguson. Look at what happened to Trayvon Martin. Look what happened to all of these black bodies. And we protest and they call us looters and rioters and all of these things, and nothing has changed because they still kill us. So I can't blame them. I can't. I want to hold them accountable. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I have to be their voice. I have to be their voice.
Tanya,
I
I
have
agree
to.
with you. And just like you, my job is
You
to
know,
document and broadcast. Now it's up to you guys, to the community, to do whatever they think it's best with the information.
wait. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So now it's up to the community. I
Can
was
y'all
there.
hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Can you hear us?
It looks like he can.
I don't think
So
so.
I
I don't
was
think
there.
so.
My job was to broadcast what was going on. My
Right.
job was to do the interview. Now, what we do with
All right. So I want to. I just want to say. I want to say.
Yes.
Yo, there's an echo going on and it's bothering me. We have to. This is bigger than just this one store. We
Yes.
have to stop shopping at places that do not respect us.
Period.
We have.
Up. He's gone.
yes, but Tanya, since AJ is gone, I think that my job is basically like yours. I give the information out. Okay, probably if it wasn't for me that day filming what was going on, I don't know if the outcome would have been different. Okay,
It would have been different because I believe it would have been different. I think they would have they would have kept going. But because of the video, because they saw you, because you were
Hey, maybe I'm
telling
back.
it,
you are Damon.
because you were filming and you were voicing your opinion about how this was wrong and stuff like that, is why they uh it didn't go any further or it wasn't worse, right? So everybody has a part to play here, right? I'm clear. Thank you for being at the right place at the right time with the video. Thank you, right? Um, and thank you,
Right.
yeah, just thank you for that piece, right? But now it's up to the community. It's up
Yes.
to the community to keep it moving, to keep it moving forward.
Right.
You know what I mean? To have some kind of action, a call to action.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's where we at right now.
Yeah. You are one
What other
of
things can we do besides having a boycott? What other things can we do to shut the store down? Because I think we need to
Yeah.
shut the store down.
Well, also on the flyer it says call. And I do know that Shop Fair has been having a lot of calls, and they're really upset about the calls because people are calling because the numbers on the flyer. They are calling and telling and explaining to them that they need to respect black dollars, they need to respect black people. You know what I mean?
Well, I want to
They've been
thank.
doing that. But it's just like we're limited because what I
Well,
like to do is stand in front of the store and make some noise and tell some people some things, to tell them not to shop there. You know what I mean? Because once you have a conversation with somebody walking into the store, what I saw at ScriptX, at first they were on their way, and then once they finished talking to us, they turned around and we directed them to other beauty supply stores. So we did deter
well,
people from going. You know what I mean?
Tonya. If you do need anything from me, please reach out.
No problem.
What I want to ask one question. There's been a lot said that the owner of the store is the superintendent of schools. Is this true or not?
Woo!
That's not true.
So,
That's not true. That's not true. It happens that there is an Edwin Quesada somehow involved in the paperwork. Now, this is what I hear, okay? So, some people assumed that Edwin Quesada was Dr. Edwin Quesada. But I don't think that is true, Damien. But again,
But you don't know for sure. You're saying you don't think.
exactly.
that's
Exactly.
exactly
Because
that's the key word. I don't
Okay,
I
so
know.
can
so 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 so
no
so what
speak
I
to that.
need to find out, we need to find out if he has anything to do with the store. First, we
So,
have to put pressure on the store ownership. We need to put pressure
hmm
on all the elected officials, the
hmm
council person in that district, the mayor. Mayor
Janae
Spano needs to
Williams,
be get called. The your county legislator needs to get flooded with calls. Not just call the store. Call the people that can make a difference. And wait, and call the people who can make a difference. Like your county legislator, your council person in that district, the mayor,
Janae
um,
Williams.
Shanae, that's District 1. So everybody needs to call Shanae Williams and who's the council person in District 1. And what are they going to do about it as far as from the council level? You need to call the mayor. The mayor, do you accept this kind of behavior in your city? Do you tolerate this kind of behavior in your city? They need to
No,
put
no,
pressure
no.
on
Hey,
him.
AJ. You know
Mhm.
what? Hey, AJ, bump all that. Don't shop there. Don't shop there. The hell with the politicians. The hell with all that. Don't spend no money in the goddamn store, period. That's it. That's how we get around this. We don't spend our goddamn money there. We tell everybody do not shop there. Because you know why? Because the politicians is going to drag this out. I got a lot of respect for politicians in Yonkers. But the real deal is don't spend our goddamn money there, period. Don't spend our money there. I don't care if the politicians smooth it out. Bump that. Miss
Right.
me with that. Don't
Right.
spend no money there.
I'm not
That's
talking
what
Right.
about
we got to
smoothing it
tell
out. I'm talking
people.
about shutting them down and
I
taking
don't.
some kind
I'm
of
not
action
worried
against
about the
them. Yeah.
politicians. We spend our money there.
Right.
We
Well,
spend our money. Hold our money. Let the goddamn thing close down.
Damon has a point there. Sometimes when you hit them on the pocket, that's where they feel the pain. Okay, uh,
Yeah.
but but I did call Dr. Casada's office. I spoke with his admin. Admin told me no, it's not. But like Damon said, it don't matter what they say. The people were violated at that store. Deal
Right.
directly with the store. Do what you have to do. They feel the pain when you stop shopping at the store. Now, don't forget that the store makes money with the minorities, with the people that they called nigger. So let the niggers, as they call, deal with them. If you don't shop there, then they will feel about it.
Now, the two gentlemen that were arrested, were the
hmm
charges dropped from them? I'm hearing that possibly charges were dropped. Has
That
anybody found out? Rue
that
Ross, you're in Yonkers. Have you contacted the police and found out if those kids still have pending charges against them?
I have not, but I can tell you this. Hector Santiago was the one who told me, he was at that interview, and he told me that he
Well,
had spoken with the supermarket, and they agreed to drop the charges.
Okay, so
Now,
we need to find out from the
yeah.
police if the
An
police have dropped the
agreement is
charges.
not an
yes,
agreement is not dropping the charges. You can tell me anything. Cause
Tanya, I'm just telling you what they told me.
yeah,
Now, what the
yeah,
Right.
charges
No,
don't,
but I'm trying to get to the facts of the thing, not what,
facts.
you know,
Right.
we
Right.
want to know if they were charged and released, if they have a court date coming, if they have charges pending against them. This is the information we need to know. Not what Hector said, not what the store owner said. We need
Right.
to we need to be able to report. You and I, Brew Ross, we need to report what is the status of those gentlemen. That's what we need to
Right.
do. And you're in Yonkers, so that's your wheelhouse.
yes.
You know what I'm
Tomorrow,
saying? You got more connection with the police than I do in Yonkers.
tomorrow I will call the police department. I will send in a press inquiry and ask what is the situation with this case. What the kids charged? What did they charge them with? I will ask all the questions and update you guys on what's happening.
Right,
What
Yeah. Because
because
they
that's
were
what I
charged.
right
One of
because
them
that's what I
was
need to
charged. He was put in
right.
the back of the police car and he was brought to the precinct. So he was charged. One of
Right.
them was charged. So yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
that's
tell me
that's
that they were dropped. You
right.
can't.
So that's what we need to know so we can
Mm-hmm.
report that and we can. make some noise about that as well, because these kids might have some criminal charges come in, and I think they already got living arrangement situation with
Exactly.
housing and stuff. They,
Exactly.
what I'm
Their
saying,
house is,
they
yeah.
don't they didn't do anything worthy. They got beat down
Right.
for allegedly stealing, not walking out of a store with something, and then they got arrested. And we want to know what the police have done, what's going on with that, and that needs to be addressed as well.
Yeah.
Um, we don't need to
AJ.
forget about these two kids.
AJ. The piece about Edward Casada, I
Hmm.
read about that in the Yonkers Tribune. So
I did
maybe
too.
you should go to the Yonkers Tribune and ask,
Well,
the
that's what I'm going to
yeah.
do.
And he
Because
could probably, because I looked it up myself, and I did see that there was an Edward Casada, who is the CEO of uh Doc Corp Food Groups or something like that, and so I don't know. That's what I saw.
Rue Ross being in Yonkers. Wait. Rue Ross being in Yonkers. Have you reached out to the superintendent just to see what he had to
He
say,
spoke
just
to
in
the
case,
minister.
just to get him on the record
Yes,
that it is not him or it is him?
I told you, I called his office. I wasn't able to speak with him. I have an interview. I'm waiting on a day to interview him. But what they told me the day that I called was that Dr. Casada has absolutely nothing to do with the supermarket. And they went further and told me that when they saw the article, that they called the supermarket to find out what's going on, why are these things being reported, because Dr. Casada has nothing to do with it. Now, again, this is what they are telling me. I'm just reporting on what I was told. I'm not certifying that this is it or
Mm-hmm.
this isn't it. I'm just telling what they said to me. I did ask the question.
Right. We just need to get them on the record. Getting them on the record
Yes,
as possible. If they lied, then we'll deal with that. But we just need
correct.
to get
Right.
them on the record. If you can get a camera in their face and get them on the record, that would be very helpful. Then
Yeah,
we
it
could
would.
address that. Then if we find out that they're not telling the truth, then we deal with that as well.
Correct.
Um, so basically, we gave you the address of this place. Damon, do me a favor. There's a lot of people who tuned in late. If we can go back and just show the video again, because a lot of people are saying I didn't see the video. A lot of the people in the comment section. So if you can just show, at least a piece of the video again, just to catch people up to see what it is that we're talking about.
Let me tell
Can you hear
you
me,
guys,
Damon?
those guys from the supermarket,
I don't
they
think so.
came they came into that fight like it was sharks after a piece of blood in the sea. It was unbelievable. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah. Was a melee. That's what they do though in that store. You can tell because it was like second nature to them the way that they jumped on him.
And you know,
Right.
Tanya,
Damon,
what?
can you hear me? Wait. Damon, can you hear me? Can Damon hear
Yeah, I
me?
hear you. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
I got to pull it
Well,
up.
And one
okay,
of the
yeah. Because
one
go ahead.
that
So Tanya, what
and let me
obviously
tell
this is not your first time. Hold on, this obviously is not your first time. Um, being somewhat of an activist in your community.
Yes.
What pushed you to do this? Like, because there's not enough people doing it. So what made you do this?
Oh my goodness. It started when Philando Castile and Alton Sterling, when they were murdered. Like and my children came to me and they were really upset, and I just had, I figured I had to do something. You got it? I figured I
Yeah.
had to do something. So I organized a march from City Hall to Trevor Park, against police brutality. And then maybe September, the fire marshal, the city of Yonkers, or whoever shut down the sharing community like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and everybody was sleeping on the lawn. A friend of mine, Taryn, she called me, and we mobilized. We got together and we fed the homeless in the street for a week straight. Then we picked a day and we fed them every day outside. We supplied a hot meal, a sandwich, something to drink, and a snack. Socks, some coats, some hoodies. Like we just, and we stood out there in the street for 18 months. Um, in the
Oh,
street for 18 months,
question.
we fed them.
One
Mm-hmm.
question. Damon, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. You ready? Go ahead. Damon, can
Um,
you hear me? Okay, go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
From 18 months to about 20 months. And then I finally got she's your mayor now, Sean Patterson, to let us inside the MCA, and we were able to feed them on the inside. They were able to charge their phones, warm up. Like the winters are brutal. And the summers are hot, you know? So they were able to come in there and get something to eat, charge their phones, and we still gave out socks and soap and, you know, whatever they needed. And then now, so we stopped because now the WCA has the contract and they feed them now. So
Okay.
yeah.
So we have to I think we only have a certain amount of streams. So I think Damon, you have to take us off the screen for a minute to show the video, because since people are asking, I definitely wanted to get that video in one more time. So if we have to get off the screen, then we just have to get off the screen. So people can see this video.
AJ, you know, after Damon shows the video, you want to tell the people where to find it if they want to share the video on their own web pages.
So we have I think we only have a certain amount of streams. So I think Damon, you have to take us off the screen for a minute to show the video, because since people are asking, I definitely
here it is. I see.
So if we have to get off the screen, we just have to get off the screen.
How do I do that?
Güey, pero no lo vamos a pelear, mami. No podemos pelear.
Look what they doing! Look what they doing to my brother! Now you got 5 seconds. Come on! Now how the fuck is up? 4, 3, 2,
No, hey. Hey, no.
Tira al piso, vamos al piso, agarra al piso, tira al piso. Ahí, al piso, ya. Ahí, agarra, no se pare ahí, agarra el piso, que no se pare ya. Dejando en el piso, no parar.
Now, the guy from the supermarket over there is picking up a weapon. He's picking up a weapon to hit the guy on the ground. Watch at his face. Watch him. Watch him. They're taking him away. He can breathe. Release his neck. Relax his neck. The man cannot breathe. No, don't touch me. Now, this is not the first time that people from this supermarket are very violent. It's not the first time. And that's him. He's one of them. He's another one of them. And the guy that had the stick was another one of them. They do this all the time.
Yes. Excuse me? Your fish sticks.
Calm down. Calm down.
Now, this is the supermarket right here in Gary Square. Take it easy, brother. Take it easy. Now, you know that this is not the first time you guys do this here. And one of the guys from the supermarket, Eddie, I'm going to tell you. This is not right, Eddie. This is not right. You don't pick a stick. You do not pick a stick. Alex, come. I'm going to talk to you. Yes, he did, bro. You have to strike. What are you talking about? What do you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? Pull the car. Pull the car. Pull the car. That's it. Get up. Get up. Oh, yeah. Who did not help us? Get out. Guys, help us too. Get out. Why can't you come back? Come on. No, this has happened. You see what you're doing? You see what you're doing? You see what I'm doing? Fuck out the store right now before I knock you out myself. Fuck out the store right now. No, I didn't. Because I was all the way down there. Because I was always way down. No, but I have one of your men with a stick trying to hit him. That I got. The people gonna see that. You want to see the video? You want to see the video of your man with a stick? And there he goes now. The police got him and he's hitting the guy behind his back. You're banned from the store. I'm banned. Okay, now I'm banned. Officer. Now, this is a public store. This is a public store. One of his employees got a weapon and hit him in the back. So you heard it. You don't want me in the store because I documented what happened inside the store. This is the second time, and one of his employees picked up a stick to hit one of the guys. Now, was the guy stealing or not? I don't know. But there was the use of an excessive... Dude, go and cut your meat. I'm in a public place. And I have the right 20 feet away from a crime scene, not from the supermarket. If you don't know the rule, you need to understand the law. I don't have to step back. On the sidewalk, on a public street, I'm not inside. I am not inside the store. I am not inside the store, officer. I am not inside the store. You do your job over there, not over here. You need to ask me what happened because one of his employees picked up a stick to hit. It's on video. Yeah. So what are your employees? Alex, maybe you need to do a checkup on your employees. I am on a public street, officer. I don't have to get out of the store. I'm out of the store. I'm in a public place.
Video's hard to watch.
Right. I wanted to just show that again for the people who didn't see it. Again, the video was shot by Rue Ross from the Yonkers Voice. We thank him for being there. If you want to see the video in its entirety, go to YonkersVoice.com or follow Yonkers Voice on Facebook. and we're coming close to the hour. We try to keep this under about an hour.
No
So,
problem.
last words. Anything I didn't ask you? What you want to get out to the people? Anything else you want to say?
I mean, I think we covered everything that I really wanted to say. But in closing, I just want everybody to know that your black dollars, they do count. We should not shop where we're not respected. So please do not shop at Shop Fair. Do not
Okay,
shop at Shop Fair.
where's it now? Shop Fair is the name of the store. Supermarket. Where is it located
Shop
again?
Fair supermarket located Main Street in Getty Square, Yonkers, New York. Do not shop there. Do not spend your money there, please. Because I promise you, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. It might not happen right away, and how about it might not happen at that store. So if we don't show up and boycott for them and show the other stores in Yonkers in Getty Square that we mean business, it's going to happen again in another store though. It won't happen because it hasn't happened again in Scriptex since we stood out there and protested, and now we're gonna boycott shop there, and it won't happen again there, but it'll happen somewhere else because that is the culture of the retail stores, the all of the stores in Yonkers. They don't care about black people, but they care
Um,
about black dollars.
right. Again, people are asking. So Lisa Mitchell, the video is on YonkersVoice.com and Yonkers Voice on Facebook. Yonkers
And
Voice.
YouTube. And
and,
YouTube.
and it's on YouTube as well. If you put
Yes.
in, I think Damon just put in. What did you put in? Supermarket in Yonkers. What did you put in? What did you
Yeah.
type in and found it, Damon?
Supermarket fight Yonkers.
Yeah, put
Pops right up.
supermarket fight in Yonkers. You'll see the video on YouTube. Again, I want to thank everybody with the crazy technology. Especially it's a drain on the internet right now. Like,
Yeah, because
I
everybody's
mean,
on Facebook.
we're in a current point of every major church is having online church right now. Everybody's
I'm
on the
gonna I'm
internet.
gonna put it in the I'm gonna put it in the group.
Yeah. So,
Thank you
but
for
the
having me.
bottom line is, yeah, no, the bottom line is we wanted to showcase, we wanted to have you on here to speak about it. Like, I don't want to speak about something going on in Yonkers without somebody in Yonkers who's actively involved.
Right.
People need to see that, not just me and Damon talk about it, but they need to see somebody in their community that is
Right.
stepping up and hear why they shouldn't. And this is not just a Yonkers issue. This is a Black community issue. We have this problem, and we've had this problem in the Black community. We have to stop supporting these stores that do not support us. We need to
Right.
support our Black business first and foremost and recycle our Black dollars. But we're the only
Yes.
people who don't do that. And these other businesses, they come into our community, they get our money, and then they take our money out of the community
Outside of the
for
community.
their community. You know what I'm saying? And our
Flourishes.
dollars don't recycle.
Right.
Everybody else's dollar cycle 6 or 7 times before it leaves the community. Ours leaves a half an hour after we put it in. You know,
Yes.
so we definitely can't allow these stores who have no respect for us to come in our community, conduct business any way they want, treat us any way they want, and then take our money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the only thing they do respect is the money. So stop
That's it.
giving them our money.
Exactly.
Two things will happen. They'll either have to change their ways if they want to continue doing business, or they're going to
Or
eventually go
they'll
out of
leave.
business,
Right.
or they'll leave
Right.
because it's too hot and they'll go somewhere else where they can take advantage of people that people won't speak up. So
Exactly.
show them that you mean business by taking your dollars outside of the store. And if that means you got to walk an extra 2 blocks, yo, that's your self-respect is worth walking the extra 2 blocks.
Yes,
I
it is.
understand about that's the store that's close and it's around the corner and that's my local store. But yo, they're gonna disrespect you, then walk an extra 2, 3 blocks and go get what you need to get from there. Because they're not the only place. They don't sell anything in there that you can't get from anywhere else.
Shop right
You know what I'm
down the
saying? So
street. Shop right down the
right,
street
shop.
around the corner.
Oh, all right, shop right around the corner. That's a
Hmm.
supermarket, a real supermarket. So, you know, so any last words you want to say?
No, just don't shop there. My page is Tonia Tonia Connor Conner. Please come onto my page. The flyer's there. Repost it. Inbox me. I'll give you the flyer. I'll send it through inbox. I want everybody to repost. Keep posting so they'll know. So we have to keep the pressure on because it's a pandemic and we can't be there physically. But
And
the
I think,
internet means business, though. The
right,
internet is the business.
and I think when it gets to a point, if things haven't changed where we can do things
Oh,
physically.
most definitely.
We need to be outside
Yes.
saying, don't shop at the store because they're racist. Don't shop at the store because they don't respect us. Don't shop at the store. We need to make it a point because this is on the internet. We're not going to reach everybody. Like there's people that are not going to watch the video. They're going to go into the store and they don't know that none of this happened.
Right. But that's why
Sometimes
it's the
we need to be out there.
responsibility of the community who does know, who has seen the video, who has seen the flyer, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. You know?
One question, kid, is there a possibility to print flyers and put them up in the nearby community leading up to the store in every direction or something like that? Like, is
I
that
could
something?
do that. I could definitely do that.
Because
I
then,
work during the week. I'm off this weekend. I could go print
right,
some out.
this way,
and
like
go
when
put 'em
people
out.
walk to the store and come from the store, they'd be like, "Oh my God!" Like you know, they'll see
That's the
this.
store. Yes.
You know what I'm
most
saying?
definitely.
And as opposed, you'll reach people walking to the store physically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We have to. If we can't be there, we got to put some kind of signage or something out
Yep.
where people can see it that don't know what's going on, so we can keep informing people. And we're going to continue. I want you to you have both our numbers. Please keep us abreast of every detail that's going on.
I will.
Again, credit to Rue Ross and the Yonkers Voice for being
For
there
the
and shooting the video.
He was shopping.
Right, he was shopping and he stepped up and he shot the video. I'm speaking specifically to Black people, but you know, Latinos don't need to be shopping there either. Like if they do it to us, they'll do it to you as well.
Right.
So we all kind of need to step together because you know, if it happens to Latinos, all the Blacks need to step it up, and it's, you know, vice versa. So we need to do it together.
Right.
So I want to Damon, any last words? Because if not, we're gonna wrap it up. Guess not. So you could be doing anything else right now. You decided to ride with us. This is a special edition of the Black Westchester Power Hour on Facebook. We're giving you the exclusive with Tonia Connors about the boycott for Shop Fair Supermarket. If you have any questions, hit me, email me, hit me in any way that you can, and I'll make sure that you get the information.
As we close out, Tonia, I want to thank you for what you're doing.
Thanks again. I appreciate you.
No doubt, no doubt. And with that, let the intro, the outro play. We out.
I don't know.
We get to it. Yo, I want to thank everybody, like, for bearing with us through the technical difficulties too. Like, it's crazy.
22 million
There we go.
of Americanism are waking up.
So next time,
A new political consciousness, becoming politically mature, and as they become